Guten Morgen, herzlich willkommen bei Huskillers Co. Wir nehmen gerade Abschied von Casa Fernanda. Herzlichen Dank. Thank you very much for all. Thank you for the dinner, for the breakfast. It was brilliant. Thank you.
I say thank you also for you being here, guys. Everybody, Americans, Irish, Germans, Korea, Italia, and Brazil. Thank you, everybody, for my home. I hope to see you again somewhere, and I hope somewhere have some wine, because wine somewhere is can be good. And you enjoy your Camino and be healthy and be stronger. And I see you maybe next year.
Thank you for staying in your home.
Danke. Obrigada. You too.
Thank you, Fernanda.
Obrigada.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
You are going to Santiago or to Finisterre?
Neen nach Santiago von Porto nach Santiago.
How many days?
We have 11 days to walk but have 2 nights in Santiago to look at Santiago. We have 12-13 days but 11 stages 11 days we walk.
Ah ja, sehr schön.
Yes, dear guys, now a picture puzzle. We are looking for Peter. Where is Peter? Well, has anyone seen him yet? Where is Peter? Okay, then you can send me the answer via my YouTube channel where Peter is, at which point maybe you can also win a prize. We'll see. Until then.
Yesterday evening we were at Casa Fernanda, a pilgrim hostel that is known from travel guides and Facebook us social media channels there. We wanted to stay overnight and that has also worked out, but it is also a good idea to book accommodation with her because she is now so crowded that every pilgrim wants to go here to spend the night. When we arrived there were already 11 people sitting in the garden have drunk wine. I do not know, I think from 6 or 7 different nations came: Harel, USA, Lithuania, Brazil, Germany, clearly we, Korea, and I don't know which countries still. And we were welcomed quite warmly and sat down to it. Fernanda stood in her garden and picked up vegetables from her own kitchen garden, which she then prepared for all the pilgrims for dinner, and then supplied us with delicious drinks. There was white wine, red wine, schnapps, incredible. She was totally hospitable, the lady, yes, and this morning there was a super breakfast organized by her husband, so just fantastic. And then when it came to pay, he said there is the cash register, yes, just throw in what you can, what you want. So incredibly, you have to remember Casa Fernanda is always worth it. And this morning a story went through our heads where we thought, hey, this looks totally familiar. Yesterday evening Fernanda told us how you 2009, I think that was how you had opened her pilgrim pension. A pilgrim stood at that time in front of the door and had bloody feet, could not go on, and blisters on the feet, and asked for accommodation, and has taken him several days, then supplied catered, and that has then probably got around, and the next day then 2 people stood in front of the door, and the day after next then 3, and so begins Casa Fernanda. So my short version, I hope I have now given the right again. Yes, and this morning we started marching with Uva, and after 1.5 hours we met a man. The man was on his way back. You don't normally go back the way of Saint Jakob. And this older man, 73, named Christian, came to meet us. We asked him, why you come to meet us, like so you run the way of Saint Jacob's backwards, and his story was, he was on the Caminho Português da Costa to Tui, and then he has broken off because he creates the physically no longer with his years to get to Santiago, but it is not so bad. He has been more times, I think 6 times already in Santiago, and so he went on the way back and told us when we said we come from Fernanda, he knows you too, and we asked him, how do you know her? He told us the following story. In the year 2009 he stood at Casa da Fernanda. At that time it was not called yet in such a way, or it did not exist the house yet, and it has him totally hospitably received with bloody feet, has him shelter granted in the accommodation of the parents' house at that time. And then we remember the story of yesterday evening of Fernanda by the head. Somehow we have thought that cannot be that we have now suddenly the guest of Casa da Fernanda met, so maybe it is a little conjectured, but we assume times that we have met today after 10 kilometers on the way to Ponte Lima. The man who had gotten shelter as the very first at Casa da Fernanda, and then this pension is pension or pilgrim hostel. We will not get it confirmed. We also do not want to put false rumors into the world, but all the facts or all things speak for it that it is the 2 stories that were told to us independently of each other. But it is a curious story, and so the Camino plays so his course. Yes, would be nice if it were so, and if not, it does not change the fact that we had a really cool evening yesterday. And yes, watch excitedly in this sense.